Okay, good morning, everyone who has joined already. People are still coming in. My name is Jonas Lindström. I'm the Managing Director of the Swedish-Brazilian Chamber of Commerce based here in São Paulo. Very happy to open this webinar with Okan from Tetra Pak, who is based in Istanbul, Turkey. So we are walking the talk, right? Talking about going online, artificial intelligence, no borders any longer, and so the event is international, as so many things happening now. So that's why we're here. The idea of this topic came up in a discussion we had with the coordinators for the communication and marketing committee the chamber has. And the coordinators are Alessandra at Atlas Copco, Chris at Saab, and Andressa at Tetra Pak. And the four of us had a meeting a month ago, maybe a little bit more, when Andressa mentioned Okan, her colleague in Istanbul, who works with the theme we're going to talk about today, about artificial intelligence in communication and marketing. So I will hand over to Okan. People are still dropping in here. But thanks again, Okan, for accepting the invitation. So you take it from here. I suggest you start with your presentation, and people can raise their hands, of course, but ideally we wait with the questions until the Q&A session. And it's 9 o'clock here, so we intend to stop no later than 10. So we have 60 minutes for the presentation and for the questions. So, Okan, the microphone is yours.
Thank you so much, Jonas. So let me introduce, pardon, okay, I will start like that. Hola, bom dia, boa tarde. This is Okan. I'm working for Tetra Pak Global Communications Department for the last 5 years, digital activations responsible person. Before my Tetra Pak adventure, I was in the digital media buying agencies. I worked in Karat Media, Mediacom, Mindshare, and also I searched for several global brands such as Shell, Dell, GlaxoSmithKline, and Coca-Cola. And today we will discuss together with you how we can utilize AI tools in our daily lives for marketing communications and communications departments. So I will share my screen, show you some couple of slides, but the aim is making as much as practices here. So you will see some, again, a couple of slides. Let me share my screen first. And before starting, I would like to say that thank you so much for this opportunity, Jonas. I'm proud of working for Tetra Pak, for this country and for this culture. So first, let me share my, I think I shared my screen. You can see it now. Now I will make it full screen. Can you see the presentation in full screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great. Again, today we will not talk about the working systems of AI. Sometimes, I also do not understand how does it work. Like everyone else, I feel myself also confused. You can feel yourself confused. But think about that. Do you know how to build a car engine? But you know how to drive a car. So today we will together talk about how we can drive AI tools in our daily lives for our daily tasks. So in the agenda, what has changed last years? Couple of slides. Then how AI tools can assist us in the marcoms and communications functions. Then immediately, we can go for the live examples. And at the end of it, we will have some Q&A sessions. So what has changed in the last years? Let me show you. All around the world, 2.5 million marketing and communication colleagues. They are working with AI every day in their daily tasks. And it's increasing so fast, as you can see. So what I did before the presentation, I wanted to give this data to you. And I just searched it on Google in the first page, and in the second page, I couldn't find the graphic. And I went to ChatGPT and asked this question. And I received this information, and for double checking, I asked the source of it, and ChatGPT told me that this is McKinsey with the URL. I saw it, and this is the data, that shareable data, because whenever you receive something, some answers from AI tools, you need to ask the sources. So let's see how it's evolving. So on the left top, you see from 2022, it wasn't a realistic one. It's not a human, we can say easily on the picture, but quarter by quarter, it's evolving so fast. At the beginning of last year, it was really realistic. Now it's becoming more realistic.
Ah no, sono presi, né?
So I will continue. So all around the world today, we can say that there are two corporate big players in the generative AI industry, we can say. One is ChatGPT, the second one is Gemini. Gemini is Google's one. Formerly, you may remember the name as BART. So Microsoft and OpenAI, they are partners, and Microsoft uses ChatGPT's technology and gives this service to the companies with Copilot. So you can think that ChatGPT and Copilot, they are using the same technology here. The best thing is about Copilot, Microsoft says they ensures that the data stays confidential when your company use Microsoft Copilot corporate account. So if your company has this agreement with Microsoft, the Copilot agreement, you're so lucky. Otherwise, I advise you to, ask this to your company to have this agreement. So as you have seen on the pictures, lots of things are changing every day. But there's one thing, it's not changing in any AI tools, in any AI evolvement. We can say that the necessity of asking the right question. Here, let's refresh our knowledge here. So we say that system learns so fast, faster than ever, but it's better always to provide background of the need that you are asking. So context, clear topic, these are very important. I will not go details of this slide because I have lots of live examples. You will see that what deep details I'm giving when I'm asking questions to the AI tools. So in which areas AI tools can help us? We can say that it can create some quick insights, ideation. For this, I use a lot of times AI in a daily life. Even if I'm looking for something in my daily life, like not for work purposes, for answer one of my friends or my girlfriend, for those people, I'm getting some ideation from AI tools. What you can do is in the second option for faster revisions, you can make some A/B testing in whatever you are doing, whatever the project is you are making. Speed of revision is really good in the AI tools, and also for the channel improvement part, and you can create some innovation with AI tools. So for these three areas, in the upcoming slides, you will see some suggested URLs and suggested tools. You can see all of them on X, on Twitter, on Instagram. On YouTube, people are creating, content creators are creating those type of content. You can find them. So it's easy. So this is for quick insights and concepts. This is for speed revisions of creations. This is for channel improvement and innovations. At the end of the session, I will provide this slides with you. You can have it. But the most important thing is, again, there are millions of fancy things to share on the slides with AI. But today, I don't want to, bother you with the slides. Together, let's open the AI tools and how we can create some practical things in our daily working lives. I want to make some practices with you. So let me first open here. This one, I guess. If you let me, I will reshare my screen. Here it is. I will make, then I will take it here and share my screen. So think about that. The first example will be from Copilot. Why I opened Copilot? Because in Copilot, we are able to share some confidential data in the company. So if you have an agreement with Microsoft, you can also share this confidential information. And I believe that it's kind of a really powerful tool for you to use it. So I opened it. I just wrote Copilot here and automatically my account turned on here. So you know that we are having like long meetings, and after the meeting, it's really hard to create some meeting summaries and next steps for everyone. It takes some time. So what we can do is, let me show you here. You can open Teams, then you can click the transcripts part. I opened it for you before the meeting. Let me check it. I think this one. Yes, here it is. So when you click the meeting notes, Teams opens you this screen. Also, you know, the other tools like Zoom and the others, they also create some transcripts for you. Then if you are the owner, you can directly download it. If you are not the owner, you have here all the texts. AI can understand you, no worries. Just take it and, you know, from the beginning to the end, go there and copy it. So here it is. Let's copy it. Then go for a folder, create, and this is a text file. Text file has a minimum weight. Because of that, I always suggest you to use it right here, like meeting notes. You can open. Then we copied it and we pasted it. So this is very complicated, as you can understand, as you can see that. But this is not our job. This is AI's job. So let's save it. Then let's open again here Copilot and say that, pardon me, add file, then meeting notes, and say it. Can you create meeting notes and actions that need to be taken? As you can see here, one by one, it's written. Date wasn't there. You can just change it. Who are the attendees? What was the topic of today? One by one, you can see who mentioned what. And for the next steps, actions needs to be taken. So now, in 30 seconds, you have the meeting notes ready, and you can start working on. Or what we can do in the let's say you are working in the digital communications area. This is my expertise. Agencies, they are sending like complicated digital media plans to us. So let me show you. Let me open one of them for you. This is one of our media plan, and it was completed last year. Let me show you if I can open it. So this one here. Also, at the same time, let's start with that one. Agencies are sending us some information, but we do not understand in the communications department. Think about that. And my background is digital, but you know, Andreza is working in internal comms area. Your background can be PR, your background can be event, those types of pillars of communications. You can't understand all the details of digital media. And agency proposed us to create some AdWords, Google search campaign, and it was a bit complicated. They were asking that creating a global campaign with the global agency, connecting it with the headlines and site links with the local ones, and right after that, making live all the campaign at the same time. it's a bit complicated. No one can understand it if your background is not digital, but this is the work of agencies. I was there. They want to create some complication to get some approvals from ourselves. But now we have AI tools there. I will show you here some example. So this is an email from one of our colleagues from the agency. This is an account-based marketing campaign. AdWords are coming, global going, those details here. What I will say is, I will come here and let me create a new chat. Then I will say that first, one of the most important thing is, I will say, this is the key, all my colleagues, act like someone. Now I will ask system, act like a digital media planning AdWords expert. So I will start it. I'm saying that I'm working as a communications responsible in one of the market companies in Tetra Pak. What agency tries to suggest to us in a basic way in the email? What should be mine and agency's next step? Let's come again to copy this text and ask it. So these are the agency suggestions. In a very basic way, in a very short sentences, it says, continue managing generic brand and content centrally by Tetra in ABM campaign, and these are the suggestions. Next steps. Review the approved suggestions. Next steps with the agencies. Everything is here. So, can you write me an email to answer agency? Now I can create a complication on the agency side as well. They can think that, hey, these guys are really knowing what we are doing here. So we have it. So we can go a bit wild. What we can do, we can create a campaign strategy from scratch. So I will create a new chat. So for this time, let's go for ChatGPT. So again, you write here ChatGPT because now I will not share any confidential data. So again, these are, for instance, in ChatGPT, I'm using the free version. So you are able to use this version freely. So what I will do is, first prompt, I would like to act like a communications manager. I'm asking to ChatGPT. We are one of the biggest food packaging and processing companies in the world, as Tetra Pak. We commit to making food safe and available. You know these things here, etc. Now, this is the first context. I will give it. Let's see its answer. Now he got the context, he got the background, and it's asking how can he assist me. So we will have a campaign. Maybe you know that we have a product we call this Tetra Ricard. It's an alternative for the metal cans. And now I will ask it, what do you know about Tetra Ricard? Now it gives all the information from all the world, all the background and everything. That it also goes to Tetra Pak web page to see the details. So everything is nice. Now I gave the background. I said that I want to talk about Tetra Ricard. Let's ask. I want to. So as a communications person, I would like to create a campaign to sell this product in one of the markets. So first, I will ask. I would like to create a lead generation campaign for Tetra Ricard. What would his or her? It's, let's say, first step. Define objectives and audience. So for target audience, it says food and manufacturing, ready to drink and packaging innovations. Develop a value proposition. These are the lead magnets, it says. This is awesome. And it started with the channels made for the LinkedIn ads, Google search display. To be honest, I use the same channels in the campaign, but I didn't ask it to ChatGPT. Then build a high converting. It says, and the lead nurturing step, this is very important. And it also says make retargeting campaign. So everything is here. So this is like a 5 years experienced person from an agency. We can easily say that. So let's go a bit deeper. Let's say I would like to focus Brazil. As an initiation of the campaign, let's look at Brazil. How should I best reach this audience in Brazil? With what channels, and what should be my budget to reach the 50% of my target audience? Let's ask. Okay, so it's giving the other media channels. So I will ask it to focus to digital ones for influencer marketing, retail, addressable TV. So let's ask, please focus digital media, only digital media. How can I reach 50% of Tetra Ricard audience, not total population, and suggest me budget. Email marketing, it says 10,000 relevant audience, it says there are 5,000 individuals, it says. See cost per click levels here. You can see from LinkedIn how many clicks we should get and what should be our unit costs, what should be our content, measurement and optimization. All details are here. So again, these are not the final results. These are only for the ideation. But now agencies are not our only contact here. When we have a campaign, ChatGPT, OpenAI, Copilot, Gemini, those types of tools can help us. Let's go for the other areas of for the, let's say, nurturing part. You may think that, you may know that in B2B industry, nurturing, emailing is really important. So let's ask for the email marketing strategy. How can it be? How can we create marketing automation? How can we create marketing qualified leads? So it suggests us Salesforce. So these are the emails that it suggests. It says 5-7 emails for the 6 weeks for the nurturing. Topic, purposes, call to actions. Calendar is ready. According to your company, you can revise it, but this is so good for a starting point. We can also ask it to start the emails. And one more thing, let's ask, okay, let's talk about a bit events. We would like to sell Tetra Ricard in one of the events. So let's change the scope. We would like to attend the food and beverage events in Brazil for Tetra Ricard. Which are the popular ones? I'm not sure if it's correct or not. Maybe someone else can.
Absolutely.
FISPA, I know FISPAL. We made the campaign.
Yes.
It was for the ice cream campaign. There you go. Okay. So then, okay, we will have an event there. let's ask. So we will be in the event. There should be some booth designs there. Let's make some ideation. Let's take some fancy ideas for we would like to see also as Tetra Pak as an innovative company. What can it say? According to the latest trends. So in the event, it says we can talk about future of packaging.
Hours of brainstorming in 30 seconds.
We are making brainstorming here. So these examples are specific to Tetra Pak. This is for everyone. So you can utilize it. You can just reshape it for your company, for your department, for your, for your purposes. I'm trying to show how we can use AI tools, in our daily tasks here, how we can create prompts, how we can create ideations here. So this is the campaign strategy part there. Again, let's continue a bit about the media plan evaluation part. Agencies are sending us, it was this, let me show you, here it is. So you see that this is a very complicated one. On LinkedIn, there are some market companies, there are some total audience sizes, how many frequencies, impressions, clicks, some, budgeting stuff and everything. So for a person, let's think that our background is working on the events. It's for the first time, it's really hard to understand. So what we will do, let's close it. Go to Copilot. Let's ask, add the file. This one. And I want it to. So the aim was, this is an end year. It was an end year post, and we wanted to promote end year post to our customers and also to our prospects. And the aim was to reaching maximum amount of people. So the question will be is here. Please act like a digital media planning, social media expert. Again, the background of Tetra Pak, celebrating the new year. The aim is reaching the maximum people. Is the attached media plan serving our aim? Let's double check. If yes, how we can make it better? If not, how we can reshape it? Okay, so in a summary, let me check. These are the total number of impressions, wide reach, 34 countries, focused on LinkedIn. Metrics are here. It says CTR is suggested CTR by the agency is a bit low. So this is something that we need to, work on it with the agency. For the budget allocation part, you can make some reallocations on the budget, it says. Ad frequency, it's not shown too frequently. These are good suggestions. Reshaping the media plan, enhance the targeting. Thank you. Creative optimization, performance monitoring. The current media plan is serving to aim reaching a maximum of people, but there are some opportunities, it says. So for the opportunities, let's ask one more question. According to your knowledge, I say, sorry, are these targets reachable? Besides, what are CTR and CPM benchmarks for this country? So let's, ask for the, and one more question, I would like to combine it together. With the industry benchmarks, let's ask, are we on it? On the table, let's see. CPM and CTR levels I'm asking, and I'm asking for the industry benchmarks, and the agency suggested ones. For each region, so now here, as you can see that it says AED is the Dubai currency and the agency is Dubai based because of that you see that, but we can change it right now. Let's make it, let's make it on US dollar, pardon. Let's make table CPMs on US dollar. Okay, it only changed that one. So you see that sometimes it can make those types of mistakes. So it says this AED is this dollar, but it forgot to add the CTR levels. Now I want to see only dollar currency and CTR levels, benchmarks, marks, and agency suggestions. Okay, now USD level, CTR level, everything is here. We can see that. So here it is. Agency says for North Europe, 2.20 USD level they are proposing. And according to benchmark, this is 11. So it means that agency is suggesting such a good currency for us. So such a good money for us. So you can make those comparisons here. And you may think that what are the sources? What are sources of these CPM and CTR levels? Let's ask the source. Always good to double check. So SEMrush and Databox, they are reliable. I know them. So we can say that. Let's go with those ones. This is something that I wanted to show you. Let's continue and show you one more thing. I have like 2-3 examples before the Q&A session. So again, I will open ChatGPT with a new chat. Here it is. So you may think that, so you can understand, I'm not a native speaker. I'm from Istanbul, and I think I can say that I can speak in C1 level. But sometimes in some days, we don't want to write the long formal emails for our C levels. So in English, it can be a bit time consuming. We can feel ourselves a bit tired. I think it was cansado in Brazilian Portuguese. So what I'm doing in those cases, so first, I'm writing this prompt. Here it is. So I don't use Google Translate here because the Google Translate doesn't have any tonality option. It directly translates, but ChatGPT, it has it. So I will say, please make this text as a professional email to be sent to the C-level superiors. So it should be formal and shorter because I wrote a long one. And the language should be in Brazil, Portuguese, I said. Let me copy it. Here it is. Yes, this one. This one. Pardon me. In a second. Com licença. Here it is. So this is full Turkish. Okay, it created it should be formal language, an email. So you know your superiors better. You can think that, okay, we are hit the limit. So there is no ChatGPT anymore. No worries, we can find another way. So you know your style. What you can do is here, you can take this email and you can change some sentences according to your style, and no one will understand that you take the advantage of AI tools. So here, one more thing to, here it is. So again, I will go for Copilot for this time, and I will say new chat here. So sometimes you can think that you're not polishing yourself in the company. There are some internal comms tools like Viva Engage in Tetra Pak. We are using to share some posts to be seen as a thought leader internally. For instance, bi-weekly I am sharing some digital media tips and tricks in the company, to just make myself advertisement, let's say here. So you can make something like that in your company according to your department and according to your purposes. So this might be your prompt. So it was my prompt. You will have it after the presentation, but for you to just understand the context. I say you are a digital media expert in B2B industry. These are the channels that we are working with. And your additional power is creating great prompts for digital communication strategy ideations. So we decided to create bi-weekly short internal communications posts in the company. It will start in March, and each week we will see one post. Media planning, optimization, reporting, website, everything, AI improvements, everything needs to be there. I want to create a content calendar with date, name, and post and descriptions and everything. So now, for the next 3 months, we have it. Okay, we like it. What we can do is, now I will ask it to create let's say, effective emailing, leveraging communication, AI in communications. Okay, May 15. I liked, pardon me, this is topic, May 15th. Can you create me a post or this one to be shared on Viva Engage? Do not forget to get 2025 trends, and please include some F&B industry topic. It combines everything with 2025 trends according to food and beverage industry. We have one long post to share. Make it shorter, please. I'm a kind person. Because of that, I always write, please. You don't have to write, please. So you see that you have a very short one. So we can say that, okay, seeing as a thought leader is not enough for us in the company because we are looking for a new job and we need to share it on LinkedIn. So we will ask I will say that I decided to share those posts on LinkedIn. My connections are mostly working in marketing communications departments. Can you create this, not first, can you read this, the latest suggested post or LinkedIn, let's say. It created some, differences, and according to the LinkedIn limits, it created the text here. So it knows the limitations, and for that it changed it. The latest one, Gemini. Sometimes I'm using Gemini because Gemini is the tool of Google, and Google has direct connection with the live information. So now, maybe you know that there is a PPWR stuff in European Union. Okay, so let's ask first, I'm asking Gemini that I want you to act like a PR manager again for us. Do you know the latest status of PPWR in Europe? So now it will say what is PPWR to us. Here it is. Packaging and packaging waste regulations. So these are the latest updates. These are for the PR people. So this is for European Union, we can say. Then let's ask about something Brazil. Will there be any effects about PPWR? There will be indirect effects, it say. There can be some global supply chain problems, trade standards, consumer things, direct effects. Brazil already has its own national solid waste. So in Brazil, I didn't know that, maybe you know it. Potential future regulations. In summary, this is the results. So let's ask them, to Gemini. I want you to act like this time for public affairs manager. What can be suggestions for the milk producers, as we said, in the Brazil market? Again, according to the regulations, according to the EU in Brazil, for the public affairs managers, it gives some deep dive suggestions, some deep dive analysis, NGOs to the government relations. Since I said here that about the public affairs, it started to talk about NGOs, it started to talk about the government relations, that civil society engagements, those messages has been given. If I asked as a digital expert, it wouldn't give me. Then let's say as an public affairs manager, I would like to, I would like to introduce it with a campaign, and I would like to make some agreements with some influencers in Brazil. So PPWR topic, who are the leading influencers. Let's say in Brazil. Let's say in Brazil. Let's remove. Okay. Let's ask this. So now with the okay, it describes people, but I want to hear some real people. Social media platforms. No, I want to hear real people, real NGOs to be partners. Now, start to give some key. WWF Brazil, I'm not sure about it. Institute of Brasileiro de Defesa do Consumidor, here it is. Some considerations and partnerships, recommendations, and gave it to me. Again, this is the latest question about the topic. We need to always double check the sources. Let's say, could you suggest for according to the target audience, what types of posts we need to create? Because we will create the post and the influencers will share it. And according to their audiences for WWF, these types of posts we need to create. For this one, these types of. So all the posts and all the details and the definitions are here. 45 minutes. Thank you so much for listening me.
Fantastic, Håkan. Thank you so much. I love the hands-on approach. Really walking the talk. So I have many questions, but let's go to the participants first. I think there was one from Luisa, was it, in the chat box? Please, Luisa, if you want to say your question.
Yeah, that's Deepal. You are so right. This is a really good one, but I see that I believe that I'm also using it for my personal purposes. But when it comes to some confidential information, for writing some emails and etc., I use Copilot because information needs to stay in the company. But you're right, DeepL is a really good tool.
In fact, there is another one that from Luisa that is asking, when Copilot is available, does the company have control over everything I use in Copilot? Will they see everything I write there, or only if something goes against company policies?
So they cannot do it. This is not possible if you don't give this permission to your IT. When your IT, takes your computer and make some search, yes, of course they can have it. But if you are outside of your company, if you didn't give your computer to anyone else, no one can go into your systems and check it, because Microsoft also creates that hashes, we say it, that codes also your prompts there.
More questions? So then I'll take one of mine. The future of the agencies, Håkan. How has this new reality affected Tetra Pak in relation to agencies? Are you working more in-house? Do you still have the partnership with international communication agencies, local? I mean, what are the policies Tetra Pak are using? What has changed in the last 2-3 years?
Really good question. After AI, actually, in the agency relations, we didn't change anything else. What we will do, we don't think to create an internal agency department or internal agency service here. However, I believe that in the agency side, the service that we are taking from them will be reduced, because now AI can provide lots of things to us. Even today, when we ask to create some different texts for the same images, agencies are charging us for 3 times, because we asked for 3 posts to them. But they're also using ChatGPT there to create it. No one is giving their time there. In agencies, they're so young. They don't want. I know that generation. They don't want to create extra workload for themselves. They use the tools and they are charging us extra money. So I can say that agencies are today working less and taking extra money, but it will change. Together with supplier management team, I'm personally working to change these regulations in Tetra Pak, and in the other companies, also in Tetra Pak, it will change. I think in 2-3 years.
There is another question by Kasia in chat. By using Copilot in an agreement with the company, does this limit the quality and timeliness of information provided by the two?
Really good question as well. There are 2 types of agreement with Microsoft. The first one is, you see on my screen, basic one. We are just asking questions. There is no limitations to asking questions. We can ask as much as we can. It can create some images, but they are not professional. I can say it's like a starter level. But Microsoft has another level of agreement. In Tetra Pak, we don't have it. I hope in your companies you will have it. That Copilot will be. Microsoft is implementing Copilot to the Microsoft tools. So after all, you will not go out from Excel file, Word file, or Outlook. It will directly be implemented to those tools. Then you saw me. I download the file, then I upload it to Copilot. But when you have that agreement, there is nothing to do. Direct on Excel, there's a small screen on your right tab. You can write your question to Copilot, and it can make whatever you want.
There is another one from Maximiliano. You indicate that we need to use multiple platforms as well, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, etc., to get the best of each of regarding the subject and the protection of our data. Is that correct?
Protection of data, Copilot. This is the only thing that I can suggest to you. But when it comes to ChatGPT, so Copilot has the first. Microsoft has an agreement with ChatGPT with the first level of ChatGPT's version. So because of that, sometimes I use ChatGPT. It's a more evolved version, let's say, more developed version. But again, my questions are so basic as you can see here. So Copilot, ChatGPT, everything, Gemini, they can answer you. But for confidentiality, stay in Copilot.
And then about the base of information is the most up to date.
I can say for Gemini, yes. But for today, what I can say, when you ask ChatGPT or Copilot, you will receive an answer. It's not updated. But whenever you ask any question, please ask the sources. You will see that the sources are belonging to 2025, maximum the Q4 of 2024. They say that it's not updated to stay in the guaranteed position, but you can see that. Ask sources. Sources will show you that the data is updated.
Do you have more questions, Jonas, or overall the audience? I get one question, in fact, from chat. I tell the chat that we are doing this event, especially for communication and marketing professionals, and there is an interesting question about how can AI generate prompts be tailored to reflect Swedish values such as lagoon and transparency in marketing communication. That's interesting to adopt this tone of voice, right? About the Swedish culture for the communication that we are providing through these AI tools, right?
Why not? Nice. So I think no questions.
Yes. Interesting, this question from AI about lagom. For the Swedish Chamber of Commerce, it's very important for us to use a language which is using the Swedish experience, right? So I'm gonna try to use that tool further on when I communicate to the members.
Awesome.
The Swedish touch on the communication. Excellent. So maybe time for a photo. It's 5 to 10 here in Brazil. What do you say, Andres? Andresa, thank you for coordinating the meeting and for helping with the chats. And will you share this video? How can we spread the word, Andresa?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, excellent.
All
So we have
the
this.
prompts, all the presentation, and everything will be shared.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Yes, Cassia is also happy with your hands-on approach. So who is awake with the camera on so we can take a picture?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, so people should be at least arriving at the coffee offices now, right? Or home office. Okan, how is it in Turkey now? Are you working at the office or home office? What are the Tetra Pak rules?
So in Tetra Pak Istanbul, 3 days, 3 days in the office, 2 days home office.
Okay.
So 3 days
Perfect.
from my apartment to. So sometimes I'm cheating. I'm coming 2 days, but this is between you and me.
Nobody heard. No, same as in Brazil then. Very similar. Okay, so we have some cameras on. Nice seeing you all. Thank you for participating. I hope to see you at the next event. Suggestions for the committee, please send them in the group to Andresa or Chris or Alessandra. There will be more, and for sure more about artificial intelligence. We did this member satisfaction survey in January, asking the members for suggestions, and it's amazing how many people are interested in this topic. So it's really the buzzword. We went to Atlas Copco a few weeks ago, had another presentation. And we had one man from SKF a few weeks ago at the chamber also talking about artificial intelligence. So it's really something you all need to engage in. Okay, so let's take a photo. Who's the photographer? I can take one here, and then all of you can. Where is it? Print screen. Smile. Andreas also took some pictures.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, once again,
Really,
Håkan, thank you.
Obrigado por
Thank you,
tudo.
really
Andresa.
appreciate.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
to
you
be
very
together.
much.
Thank you. See you then.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a lovely one.
See you
Thank you,
again.
Okan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Yes. So